A druze never says that he dies. He says that he transmigrates. It is the most important stage in his life, the time when the soul moves into a new body. You have left me life, proclaims the celebrant, because reincarnation takes place immediately. The soul, departing from a body, is magnetically attracted to a body being formed, and the influence of the stars governs this exchange. The soul is breathed into the body. The non-initiated are left in relative ignorance of revelation, but they are entitled to visit the tombs of patriarchs known in the Bible and the chief saints of early Christianity. The most important Druze sanctuary is in Galilee, the tomb of Jethro, the initiator of Moses. It is said that Jethro left the giant imprint of his foot in the rock, and this place is especially venerated by the faithful. As for the Druze in Syria, traditionally they gather around the tomb of Abel, the son of Adam, a few miles from Damascus. The Druze have their own courts to deal with community business, such as marriages, divorces, inheritance, and goods belonging to the community. It was Hamza himself who drafted the laws which are still in force today. When a Unitarian takes a sister Unitarian to be his bride, let him deem her his equal in every respect, he ordered. This code accords women a very liberal status. It prohibits polygamy and repudiation. On the other hand, divorce is relatively easy. Marriage to a non-Druze is punished by exclusion from the community. Traditional marriages are rare, for the liberal-mindedness of the Druze keeps pace with the developments in modern societies where ritual is becoming obsolete. The bride's representative, his eyes darkened with kohl makeup, presents to the assembly of sages two symbols of the bride's free consent, the ring and the veil. The marriage, therefore, takes place between initiates by proxy. The bride and bridegroom stay off stage, and only after the ceremony will they be able to see each other again.
وهو هذا العقد المبارك يكون إن شاء الله
Several thousand initiates from the Lebanon and Syria gather each year at the tomb of Nabi Ayub, the biblical Job. The water from the spring, said to have healed the wounds of the holy man, is still held in high esteem for its beneficent properties. After a final prayer ceremony, the initiates go up to the Khalwa, where they can meditate on what has been revealed to them. This revelation is not based on faith, as in Christianity, or on submission, as in Islam, but on inner conviction and the stripping away of one's ego to gain knowledge of the Absolute. Traditionally, non-initiates are forbidden to set foot inside the Khalwa. Another pilgrimage to the tomb of Nabi Shuaib, or Jethro, near Lake Tiberiad. The 40,000 Druze in Israel, isolated for a quarter of a century from their fellow believers in Syria and the Lebanon, have a tradition of gathering here every spring. This is both a religious and a political festival, during which the Druze community plays host to other communities of the country. The triple embrace between initiates symbolizes the humility of superior towards inferior. On the tomb of the Nabi, the pilgrims lay pieces of silk cloth to be torn into strips and worn by the young people. In Druze theology, Jethro is an important figure. To convey his will to man, God created the highest form of reason, through which he imparted a portion of his essence. With Pythagoras and Hamza, Jethro is one of the 7 incarnations of the highest form of reason. Their mission is to appear on earth to define truths whenever mankind needs guidance towards its true destiny. Today, the Druze are awaiting a further incarnation of the highest form of reason. It will be made manifest through the appearance of a great sage, whose mission will be to unite all the different religions on earth. Predictions place his coming before the end of the century. at a time when all the planets known to the ancients will be grouped under a certain sign of the zodiac. Ever since the time of Caliph al-Hakim, the integrity of Druze revelation has been so adamantly preserved that the Druze have been compared by the historian Arnold Toynbee to fossils living in a fortress. And yet, behind the double ramparts of the secret order and the inviolable mountain, the Druze have always been believers in the ideal of unity. For them, the partitions which create arbitrary separations between beliefs exist only below heaven. Thus it is that every year, some of their number travel to India or to the West to acquire from other wise men and other religions further fragments of truth. For in the Himalayas, Mount Lebanon, the mountains of Scotland, or the Andes, initiation is but one and the same thing. It is the great initiatory chain, which might also be the true universal brotherhood.